Welcome to our first Rising Star call. I'm excited to be working on this project with Marique and Martin, and so you will hear from both of us during this 5-week series. And just to kind of give you an overview, we're going to be doing a weekly video, and then you're going to be scheduling a one-on-one call with Marique or myself, whoever is your upline, and we're going to have some very specific homework for you to accomplish during that week, and we're going to be sending out Happy Mail, and I'm really excited about this part. Marique had some great ideas, and I was so excited to put this together for the both of us. We kind of combined some ideas, and we hope you enjoy it. But to continue each week, you have to do the homework to receive the Happy Mail and then to continue on. So I really encourage you to get started early in the week so you can get it completed and turned in, so you don't get a little bit behind, because the weekends can kind of turn crazy on us. So we're going to look today at why you want to become a director, and there's so much more than what's here just in this slide, but I wanted to kind of do an overview and kind of talk about what motivates us and what makes us able to promote to director. So first we're going to look at our why, and every one of us has a why. You might not have written it down, or you might not have found out what that why is. So I'd like to give you a little bit of time to find out why you work your 31 business, what gets you up in the morning, and what motivates you to work your business every day. So every one of us, like I said, has a why. It kind of tells who you are, and when you share that why with your customers and your hostesses and your team, it kind of connects them and builds that relationship, and they get to know you. So we'll take a look at some of the reasons why you might do 31. Number one, you get a paycheck. It is a business. This is not just a sorority or a social group. This is a business. And our main goal is to build our business. So we definitely don't want to leave money sitting on the table. And one of the reasons we promote to director is to increase our paycheck. When I worked for the schools, the only way I could increase my paycheck is more education, get a higher degree. There were certain things I had to do. But in my 31 business, I can sell more, I can recruit more, I can build more leaders, and that is the way I can make more money in my 31 business. So looking here at Connie Consultant, she sold 1,000 in PV last month, and her team sold 4,000. As a consultant, Connie would make $250 in commission, and as a senior consultant, she makes that same $250 on her personal volume and then $80 in overrides. So that's $330. So what happens if she promotes to director and does the same? Her commission again is $250, and if her team sells 4,000 and she has 4 picas, then it's $30 personal bonus. Then she gets $120 in overrides just from her team, so that's $400. When Dorothy meets her goals 3 months in a row, she also gets a $1,000 promotion bonus. So right there just shows you some of the money you're leaving on the table if you have 4 picas already. And once you get to 4 picas, you want them recruiting so they can do the same thing, and we'll talk about that here in just a few. So increasing your income is one thing, but it's not about the money. It's about what the money can do for you and your family. So what are some of the things you would buy if you had extra income? And with your extra income, how would you be different? So I have to share a little personal story here. When I started 31, I was just looking for a little extra money and to get out of the house a little bit. I was watching kids here at my home, and I had been in education, and I had been administrator, and that's just not the area I wanted to get back into. I wanted to be able to travel when I wanted. I wanted to do things, on my terms, not on when the school district allowed me. And I worked a lot of hours. And when I first started 31, I was introduced to a lot of different beliefs that I never had seen in public education. And I had seen some in private schools, the private Christian, but just not the environment that I had with 31. I saw women focusing on becoming debt-free. I saw women focusing on traveling with their families more. I saw women able to do things that even with the income I was making as an administrator, I wasn't able to do those things. Sometimes because I didn't have the flexibility to go hang out with my family when they went, to the beach or whatever. So it was just a different way of thinking for me. So it really opened up, the possibilities. So thinking about why you do 31 and not leaving that money on the table and what can you do with the money, let's focus a little bit more on the steps. So we have a step-by-step process on promoting to director. You need $1,000 in PV, $4,000 in team sales, and 4 personally enrolled, qualified, and active consultants under you. So, are you willing to do the work? What does it take? You have to recruit, book, and sell, and then help your new recruits qualify. So, it's easy. It's not rocket science. It's a process, and sometimes you have to give in more areas and work harder in more areas, but it definitely is very doable. So let's see if you have what it takes. We're going to look at characteristics of a strong leader, steps to becoming a strong leader, setting your target date, and setting up an individual call with your director weekly. First of all, here's some of the characteristics, and I'm not going to go over it. You have plenty of time to look back at these, and I do encourage you to, because these are what are going to make you a strong leader. But if I could pick any one of these right here on this, I would pick lifelong learner. If you invest in outside trainings like you are with this one, you participate, you communicate, you put yourself out there, and I know it's scary. I've been there, I've done it. But you're reading books, you're sharing ideas. That is what's going to make you a strong leader. If you sit back and be quiet and you don't participate, you're not going to get challenged. Your ideas aren't going to get challenged. And I know it's hard for some people to be challenged, but it gets you to thinking about why you do what you do and how you do what you do. So that's my number one on this list. Here's a little bit more. Right here on this list, I'm going to tell you my number one is being ethical. And you learn as you go, and you learn what's right and wrong, and you don't always know the first time what's right and wrong, but it's not that you make a mistake, it's how you react after you make a mistake. That is the biggest thing about being a strong leader. We're all going to make mistakes. I've done things that were wrong, and I had to learn from them, but I promise you, if you are ethical and you continue to strive to do the right thing, you are going to be a strong leader and you're going to build a strong business. So there's a lot of steps to becoming a strong leader, but I wanted to focus on what I thought was most important. And number one, attend the trainings. This Rising Star program, put everything you have into it for 5 weeks. We're just asking for 5 weeks. We're not asking for 24 hours a day. And put your effort into it as much as you can, get as much as you can out of it, and you will see a promotion quickly. If you do as little as possible, I don't know that you will see a promotion. But you need to focus on your personal business, recruiting, booking, and selling. I know you might not know everything, what to do, but you will have individual calls with your upline, and you'll have training calls each week. So we will share with you. We're going to model for you, and then you model for your team. We're going to have communication with you and give you forms and documents, and then you can do this also with your downline. I also want to encourage you, throughout this whole process of these 5 weeks, keep recruiting. If we're not talking about recruiting, that doesn't mean you stop recruiting. You have to continually recruit from now until eternity. You have to be sharing the opportunity. That is how you're going to be a strong leader and build a strong team. As your team grows, you will love working with your team, but remember, your personal business must be number one. If you don't have a personal business, you don't have a business. So number two is a big one. Don't focus on the minimums. You need to raise the bar. The minimum director is only making $370 with commission and overrides. So you need to work on focusing on $1,500 and above in personal volume. Your team, as you're promoting to director, you need to focus on getting your team to 6,000 team sales. And that means you're going to have to recruit. Your team's going to have to recruit. It's a continual process. In 60 days, your goal should be 10,000. In 80 days, your goal should be 20,000. If you get there, does that mean you failed? No, but it gives you something to shoot for. And I like to know what I need to work on. So I wanted to give you these numbers. Number 3, create a CER culture for your organization. 31's motto is celebrate, encourage, and reward, and you want to create that environment. What you say, what you post, what you do creates your culture. If you're a strong leader, you're going to build strong teams and you're going to build strong leaders. Everybody under you, your income comes from those under you. Your largest income will come from your downline. Even if you're selling $3,000 or $4,000 a month, as you build your team, you're going to see your income double, triple, quadruple. It's crazy as it goes up. So those overrides are not finder's fees. It's what we get paid to encourage, inspire, motivate, and train our team. So it does come with responsibility, but there's plenty of trainings out there. Everything we do on our team page, on our lineage pages, you're welcome to use and create your own from it. All leaders are readers. That's huge to me. If this is not you, you need to start now. You need to read or watch YouTube videos or go out there and find other coaches and learn from them. To earn more, you have to learn more. So model this to your team too. Hey, listen to this and read to them and share with them what you're learning and what you're reading. It will encourage them to do the same. So steps to becoming a strong leader. Here's our focus. Recruiting is number 1. Number 2 is booking. 3 is selling. And 4 is promoting more leaders. As you're becoming a leader, you want people to come up with you. As you promote to leader, you want somebody that's close to you, under you, promoting to leader, because then you can promote other leaders and you promote to senior director and you promote to executive director. It is a process and we can all go through it together. As I'm promoting, you're promoting, and your downline's promoting. It's all of us. It's not just you, it's me, it's my upline. We're all promoting together as we're building leaders. So let's set your target date. What is measured is done. So if you set your target date, some of you could DIQ this month, some of you could DIQ next month, and some of you it might take 3 months to DIQ, but in the next 3 months you need to set a target date. What is measured is done. So if you focus now on DIQing in January, then your focus will be recruiting, booking, and selling. I promise you, if you set your date in the next 3 months, you can make it happen. So you're going to schedule your one-on-one call with your director, and you're going to be given an assignment and a focus for your call. So Marikan will work with her team and I'll work with mine. And I just wanted to say thank you for coming to this training. It's an overview on becoming a director. It's a process. These are just a few of the steps. You never really arrive. You're always learning and growing. And the way you work with your team, you're always growing and learning. So be patient with yourself and allow your systems to grow as you do. I promise Marikan and I learn every day. When we talk, we think of better ideas, better ways to do it. Working smarter and not harder is what I love to work on. So I encourage you to get involved in this training. Set up your call with your director for this next week and get into this training. I mean, pour yourselves into it and you will be amazed at the results. Thank you for attending. Have a great day.